What's up, guys? Luke here with Luke's Points and Miles. Today I want to ask you a question. Have you ever gotten a card for one specific purpose or one specific use case? I know a lot of folks get cards just for the sign-up bonuses, but today I want to talk about a card I was just approved for. I got this card basically for one reason and one reason only. I want to travel to Scandinavia in 2024, and I think specifically I want to focus on Stockholm, Sweden, and this card is really going to help me out. It's not the flashiest card, and I'll be honest, when I tell you which card it is, a lot of you will likely click off the video. But please stay with me. I'm going to explain why I got the card, why it's okay to get a card for one specific use, and why sometimes it's okay to branch out away from the most popular, most talked about programs. If you are new here, I talk about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel. If you want to stay up to date on those things, subscribe to the channel. I upload consistent, on-topic videos regularly. With all that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, guys, first things first. Let me tell you about my specific use case, and we'll talk about some options. I want to travel to Scandinavia. It's a place I've always wanted to go. I love all the history from the Norse mythology to the Viking Age, and even how this region is talked about today, with it being one of the happiest and most content places to live in the world. Not to mention one of my favorite bands of the moment, Ghost. I'd ultimately like to visit Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, but if you follow the channel, you know I do relatively short trips. So I think I may just focus on them one at a time, and I think I've decided on Sweden first. While getting an idea of how to do this trip, I realized I'm likely going to have to connect in a larger European airport, so I'm looking at a long day traveling. Then I check out the hotel scene, and I remembered something I heard on the Frequent Miler podcast when they talked about the Choice Hotel footprint in this area. Now, most of us here don't really consider Choice Hotels as much of an option, and there are definitely much better programs, but it really made me curious that they had such a large footprint and that it was even worth mentioning. Then I took a look online to see some of the properties. I think it's safe to say that these properties are not quite the same as the overlooked roadside comfort inns we drive by routinely in the Midwest. These properties are very unique, upscale, and they just look like places you'd want to stay. Then I see that a lot of them are 10,000 points a night. So now I'm thinking, for this part of the world at least, Choice may be an option. So how do I earn Choice rewards points? American Express membership rewards and Capital One miles both transfer to Choice rewards one-to-one. But I'm not going to try to convince anyone that a Choice reward point holds the same kind of value of an American Express MR point. So I don't think that is normally a good idea, and I can't see me ever doing that. Citibank thank you points transfer to Choice rewards at a rate of 1 to 2, meaning for every 1 thank you point you transfer, you'll get 2 Choice rewards points. Now that's more like it, especially in my use case. But I don't have a way to earn thank you points at the moment. Well, Choice, like other programs, has ways to earn points with partners like rental car companies or through paid stays. I will be transparent in that I do occasionally pay for travel when it makes sense, but for the most part, I'm in this game for the reward stays and the award flights. I'm not interested in paying for a lot of Choice hotel stays. So what else? Choice Hotels in the past has had a credit card with Barclays, but now they've partnered with Wells Fargo, and I just did a video on the new Choice Rewards MasterCards that I reviewed very favorably. So there's an option. What was my first choice to accumulate some Choice Rewards points for this epic adventure? Well, my first option is to apply for the Citi Premier card. Right now, the card has an elevated bonus of 75,000 thank you points for spending $4,000. That could translate to well over 150,000 Choice Rewards points and would more than cover a couple trips for me. The Citi Premier is a big time card that earns 3 times thank you points in a lot of categories. And if you want to learn more about that card or any other card, then check out my card link in the description below. Using my link definitely helps out the channel, and it helps me give you guys more unsponsored content. I also hold the Citi Custom Cash, so those two would pair nicely to really rake in the thank you points. So I apply. And some backstory. I have been turned down for the Premier card at least once before, and I think it's been twice. But I have a new roof to pay for, so I need a card or two to get some extra value, bonus-wise. So here goes the app, and boom! They need more time to process the application. Now, most people would probably be patient and wait, but I'm not really interested in waiting for two reasons. One, I've already been declined for this card, and even though I don't have a ton of new personal accounts in the last 12 months, I probably have more than they'd like to see. And two, I'm normally instantly approved, so I don't have an optimistic opinion on this one. If I am approved, I will definitely do a video on it, but right now I need to adjust fire. I decided to get a card today to help with this future redemption, and I'm not going to just give up. So which card can help me the most with this? I'm done with Chase for now, or most likely for a long time. American Express doesn't have anything I'm interested in or haven't already had. So guys, don't laugh. I applied for the Choice Privileges Select MasterCard. Before you throw your phone down or throw your Crocs at your laptop, let me explain. The Choice Select has a 90,000 Choice points bonus, and the $95 annual fee is waived in the first year. The card has a ton of great 5x categories such as gas, groceries, home improvement stores, and phone plans, as well as 10x on Choice hotel properties. Now, I understand earning Choice points isn't going to be ideal all the time, but when you need Choice points, the most direct path is sometimes a good one. This card will also get me a $100 credit towards TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. That will likely be a great gift for someone. The card has cell phone protection, as well as having cell phone as a bonus category. So no, I don't think this will be my dedicated cell phone card, but I don't mind using it for a while because I'll be earning and protecting while I get this bonus. The card also gives me automatic platinum status with Choice Hotels. Now, that might make you guys laugh and think, oh, what does that include? Come on, guys, this is no Hyatt Globalist, but it does give me some early check-in, late checkout, some bonuses with points and things like that, and reserved parking, which, hey, I can think of some days where that might actually be a great benefit, and it also says I can get discounts on theme park tickets. My son is at the age where that is still something we're going to be doing. This card also has no foreign transaction fees, which is good because I plan to use it in Europe. So I'm sure you're all thinking, sounds okay for maybe a one and done card, but this is where optionality comes into play. You'll get 30,000 Choice points every year you keep the card, sort of like a built-in retention offer. One other thing to mention, I much prefer a points bonus to a capped free night, because with points, I don't normally have to worry about using them before the end of the year. A lot of free nights expire. Let me give you some perspective here. I want to travel to Stockholm, Sweden next year. These are a couple examples of how I'd be using the Choice points. The first place that caught my eye was the Clarion Hotel sign. I saw this property being reviewed by some female Swedish influencer life coach type person, but when I saw the property, I thought this was really cool, and then I found a dozen different videos of folks staying there. Here's the catch. It's 10,000 points a night. Free hot breakfast, heated rooftop pool, sauna. Did I mention it's in Stockholm? One of the most expensive cities in the world. The next place I saw that really drew me in was the Nordic Light Hotel, which is an Ascend Collection hotel. This one was a little more upscale, and it's 20,000 points a night. Now, I also noticed that with Choice points, since I don't plan on using them all the time, I don't mind spending them on upgraded rooms. So Luke, you've been talking for a while now, and you haven't mentioned at all what these points are worth. Well, I have to admit, I was completely ignorant on that, but the two hotels I just mentioned when checking a random night had a cents per point value of 1.68 and 1.49. So I'm not going to tell you that you can get great value like that all the time, but I will say, don't laugh at that cents per point. After scripting this video out, I did want to check one more hotel. There is a Comfort Inn very close to the Titans football stadium in Nashville. Now, if I was going to that game with some friends, there's a good chance I'd stay there. It's convenient. The cash price for the night before the game is $342 or 30,000 points with a 1.14 cent per point value. I'm going to say that there is value in these points if you are willing to step outside the box. I'm going to admit something here. I'm almost becoming jaded with higher end properties when I'm traveling, and there are times when I want something affordable, safe and clean, and nothing else. I think Choice Privileges can offer this at least occasionally. Now, am I taking my wife to the Comfort Inn when we head to Nashville this fall? No. No, I'm not, but you can bet I will find situations in which choice points really fit the bill, and if I fail in finding that, oh well, I'm out nothing since the annual fee is waived in the first year. Back to the Citi application. I wasn't actually denied, and I want to say the last time something like this happened, I ended up having 2 new cards at the same time. If that happens, I'll figure something out, but 2023 has definitely become the year of the bonus for me, even if some of them have been a bit unconventional. In any case, if you've got anything out of this video, give it a like for the YouTube algorithm and check out my links in the description. And please, please, if you see me from the highway walking into a Quality Inn, don't you dare make fun of me. I'm on a budget just like everyone else. Guys, that's it for me today. If you've stayed all the way to the end, I thank you and I appreciate every single one of you.